I just want to come in. Oh, you guys are making me work out. So, oh gosh, this is a workout. I'm trying to let me see. Yeah, it's a bit of a workout. So I'm getting the new stage area together. This is going to be the area. The lighting is also, I guess, it seems a little better, but also I'm standing up. I don't know what it's, yeah, there it goes. So the light seems to be better as I'm elevated. I don't know if I could stand up for an entire show. That's a lot. That's asking a lot. But I'm getting it together. Um, yeah. So I just want to come in and say that I am on it and I'm creating the new area so I can have more room to move in and have a little bit more relaxed feel, and see where it leads from there. Um, I kind of like this better. Sorry. There. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother it too much. There it goes. Now just, oh, okay. I just had to adjust it. Nice. So I'm learning. I'm learning. Oh gosh, it's so hot right now. So, um, what I'm doing is I'm just basically going to utilize more of the space that I have as the channel is progressing. I know it's the middle of the night and like, what are you doing here? I know, I know. What are you doing on live? You know it's 11. Who do you think you are coming in here? Like, what's going on? I know. Uh, I know I shouldn't be like it's 11:50. Get in here. I don't care if you're asleep. I'm just letting people know that I am getting my area together. I'm working on it. Hi, Michelle Fuller. Yep, I'm getting this new section so I can utilize it, and it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna have more space, more room. Um, I need to get yeah, I'm very kinetic, so it's a blessing, but I wish I wasn't sweating. So it's like I do the littlest, smallest little things. All I did was kind of move some things around. And I'm like, I feel like I've already put on my little fitness shirt. So I already know this is gonna be a workout. So let me go ahead and get my little fitness. So I'm over here getting things, in order, getting it in. And of course, I haven't found that fly or the source of that fly. But yeah, that fly, whew, like that fly's territory. I'm territorial. So we're battling it out. I'm like, no, these things are moving. I don't care. Bring your spider friends. It's on. I've already when I say it's done, it's just getting me to get on it. So it's not that bad. Oh gosh, but um, I love the weather. I bet it's cooler out there than it is in this little room. So the room is way in the back, and this is the one room, of course, if I want to make it cool, I have to open up the door. But I like this spot in the room. I feel like I can project my voice. And yeah, it's like a mental block, even though I know I'm not that powerful. I can be near my door and speak like this and be just fine. But I've always played over here. Every time I want to play online and I'm going to get a little loud, I always choose this spot because it feels like um, I've fallen away into a little bit, and nobody can really hear me unless like if there were people walking by, like we have joggers and walking the dog, etc. But Yeah, it would be odd if I looked out and they're like in the yard and I'm like, excuse me. Well, we heard something like we heard yelling. So yeah. So yeah. So pretty much, yeah. Right here is a little. Um, I don't feel like that. That does. I don't need a whisper. So I like it for that reason. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm getting it together. I just went live just to say, kind of like pat myself on the back. I'm just patting myself on the back. I did a good job. I did a good doing a good thing. And then I'll get this over. Oh, I am going to just like the I guess talk about Leo. That's in that's the 10th because I've got clients and actually working with dignitaries. I'll say dignitaries, etc. And you know, so there's a lot of movement with my clients, for example. So yeah, so definitely, I'm going to start talking about the new chapter, so to speak, like new things to look out for. Uh, it's with associated to Leo. I've been hinting towards it a little bit, but I'm going to talk more about it uh, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's Sunday, but hey, it's the stars say the 10th, and as does the Gregorian calendar, as does the astrological calendar, the solar calendar, all of them align with the 10th. That's why it's so important to start on that day. So yeah, I'm starting on with that day. People, are observing the 8th. The 8th is the cusp, so that's like the beginnings. Um, but as long as we understand, we know why intellectually. Uh, we already have the formula, like we worked out the formula as well, and we compare the calendars to each other and sort of show where they could correspond, consecutive numbers. It's done. The job is done. Now we have to do is interpret it. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to start interpreting things so that you all can have that information that I'm sharing with clients. Then I can share that information with you at the same time. I look like Isaiah Dono, and they happen to look like a psychic. And my dad's name is Isaac. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And my mom's name is Eloa. So, and I'm not lesbian, and I'm not, yeah. Okay. So anyway, so I know who my dad is. I know who my mom is. My mom is a goddess, Aloha, and I, and the source is my father, and my family is my spiritual world, and I work with directly with celebrities right now. Michelle Knight, by the way, Michelle Knight has a book out. So yeah, so please don't drop a book of somebody you may know. Oh, so it just touches my heart. Some people need manifestation. Here you go. Look at this book or watch this podcast. You need to do that. Hopefully, it will get flagged. No, Michelle Knight, one of the five famous psychics who was a star. She's one of the 5 stars that I have. I'm a 5-star high tier psychic. So that's who I am. And well, she has a book out, and you can get the book from Amazon. Yeah, it's a good book. It's just come out. It's called the Power. I think it's called The Power Within. And then it's manifesting in 7 different ways, like how to manifest in 7 different ways. So that's what she had put out. Her team sent it to me, so I'm sharing it with you all. Yeah. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a great. Oh, it's gonna be a good day, by the way, because it's gonna get very kinetic. We're talking about Leo kinetic, so I like Leo. Leos can be okay, but we entering the real Leo season, and I'm looking forward towards that. Yeah. the real Leo season. Hmm. Yep. So I will definitely have my. So yeah. So as you all know, I am a clearly a psychic, and so you're going to see tarot cards. I'm already giving you heads up, and being that I'm a phone psychic, the phone's going to be ringing, and yes, people on the other end are going to be paying for the call with to speak with a psychic who I represent. That's who I represent. And that is my calling. That is my the talent that I represent in the great um, identity, the stage, a performance. I am the fortune teller. Okay. I just happen to be amazing at what I do. And I'm not just saying that, people who work with me share that with me. They tell me. And they're supposed to, I mean, yeah, it doesn't cost very much to speak with me, but some of them are working with royalty, so and their lives are completely changed from yesterday. Yesterday, they could be just teaching a regular classroom. Next day, they're seeing the world. So, and we like that. We like stories. We love for them to come back and tell us a story. Like, oh my God, one of my clients said, I didn't know America had cars that drive themselves. Like she's experienced so many things in a few weeks. Like she's like, I gotta get home. And she's like, how am I gonna do this? She's that type of personality. Oh my gosh. So I'm excited. I have deliberately not been available, I guess, for the past few days because I wanted them to think about things. I wanted them to sort of think about, what's going on, like with their lives, and because they'll like get all scared and like turn and come to me for safety. But I'm trying to like I try what I do is I get my people to be strong and confident in their own wings, that their wings are powerful and that they can fly on their own. They don't need to be carried by me. So yeah, I'm always making sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, oh, hi, a shadow. Welcome. So yeah, hope you are have a good morning. Well, is it morning time? Yep, 1 minute in. So today I'm going live at early because I'm wanting to, 10 o'clock. You can say 10. I'll definitely will be here 10 a.m. But I also want to go live a little earlier than that. And it's what I say. I'm getting a new space so I have more room over here on this side. So I'm going to I'm moving things around and everything. So yeah, I'm moving everything around the way that I want. Have more room. I can put up my tarot desk. Telephone is. I'm not sure where to put the telephone. I think it might be over on this side. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it on this side, but it should be like something like right here. I kind of want the when I'm reading, you could see me in from the front rather than seeing me from the side, and I mean that's just a lot of workout. So anyway, I'm gonna try a few different angles to see what I like, and hopefully I get it right. And I don't have to make too many changes, but it should. I got my work cut out for me. I did half of it. I cleared the space, put everything that I didn't want, I put it away or out of the way. And now all I have to do is just fill the space. So that's in my process. I'm gonna get it done. I've got about 6 hours, 7 hours to do it. I think I can manage it. I think I'll get it done. I think I'll get it done. Hmm. I'll try. But yeah, the fall is coming. I received the new gifts already. I'm already begun to share that new information. Um, so August 15th, I began to get information about the new year and also new writings, yes, I'm writing. Writing is a part of what I'm experiencing. Like I have to write. Oh gosh. Okay, so writing is a gift of mine, except writing is not a discipline. I'm not disciplined to write. When I write, I have published material, like published, my poems have been published. In fact, they've been published in front of books, like the first poem that you read. I've had several of those. And okay, so I only had three, but every time I would share them with someone, the book would disappear. They would take the book. So I have in the South, I call it my family. Every time I show them something like something that I want or something like that, they always, if I sit down it's gone. They take it. I was like looking at it. I was like, "Where's my?" I know I didn't give it to some. Like I was like looking for it. But yeah, the third one, the last one I had, I gave away deliberately. I gave that one to my man, my I would say my first psychic manager. It was a male, and he was in his 60s, so I gave the book to him. He loved the poem. So I put it in his. I put the book of poetry because he also had a bookshelf. He collected books, so I put it on his shelf because I knew I was like, well, at least it'll be safe. I already knew in my heart, I'm like, I'm gonna do some moving around. I don't know how much of these things, that I'm going to like the biggest thing that I ever won was like 6 foot cross that this guy made. He doesn't make them for just anybody. And it had like the gold strips. It was like a 6 by 6. I mean, bulky, big, brown. It had the gold, across. Beautiful. And oh my gosh, heavy. It sounds heavy, dark wood. And I carried that thing throughout. I was like downtown, and I was looking for it. Like that's the one time I couldn't find a church. I was gonna find a church. I found someone and who is a part of a church who happened to be working. And so he goes, I'm not buying that. I was like, well, first of all, I had told myself, well, Spirit, first of all, I knew, I was like, Spirit told me that I'm not going to sell, so I'm not going to accept any of your money. But I'm looking for a church to give this to. Then he said, well, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm again. I was told through Spirit that I'm not supposed to sell this, but I'm giving this to a church. I'm passing it on to a church. So he's like, well, I'll take it off your hands. I'll get it to one. And then he tried to give me $5 or something. Like everything that was in his pocket. I said, no, 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 I'm not gonna take your money. But I used to use it in my live videos, and I would write down people's names and I would stick it on there. Yeah, onto the. I would like look. I would pin it on to the cross. So I had people's names, and so they would come in, and it would be beautiful staging. They would see this cross. They would see like little papers, people's names and things that people wanted prayer over and things like that, or wanted connecting with light, and I would have that in the background. uh, so um so then so I made some shifts and changes. Yeah, so yeah, I have a lot of experiences that add up to what I have going on now with you all. It's beginning to find me throughout whatever the time I go live, whether it's the middle of the night, early in the morning, whatever, and try to get a firm grasp about what to do beyond just streaming, because I want to do beyond streaming. I want to go definitely off from behind the camera and actually be in person. So that's where I'm trying to do it. But the channel it's like my website, because like you don't need a number to find me when I'm live all the time. I read everybody's messages. Like you get a hold of me directly. So I'm trying to anyway. I'm gonna figure it out. That's boring. I know that's kind of boring to you, but um, so yeah, fall is coming. I can feel it. I'm feeling good about it, and I already want to be in my little creative space. So I want plenty of room. And it's time for me to also, I'm starting to write more because the people in the US want me to write them first. And then they want the whole spiritual, like, oh, I received a letter from myself, and wow, things are happening, and then they contact me. It's a whole ordeal. So I got to get used to that. I'm not used to that. I'm used to being on demand. Like people, I'm like, like be selfish. Like, hey, I need a reading. Like, am I going to sign that contract, or is she going to say yes if I propose? But yeah, they're not like that. They want me to give them like a whole spiritual kind of like, like a blessing first. Talk about talk about things spiritually move them. They want to be spiritually moved, and then they might then they contact me. So I did that for them. And I only went back as far as 1 month. So I said, I'm going to keep it simple this time. Usually I go back at least 90 days, but I was like, this one is going to be 30 days, like of the past month. And I'm going to leave it there. But that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Uh, Gosh. Okay. So it's 10, at least 100, over 100 people, well over. So yeah. Oh my gosh. But it's only going to get worse because I'm used to reading, well, I can read 100 people a week. I don't know how I would do it now though, because the whole, you're like, yeah, yeah, I can run 8 miles until you do it. Until you do it 2 years later, you're trying to run 8 miles. You like then you do three, so something like that. So I don't know, but I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. Somehow I'm trying to see how it bridges together. So in my right brain, when I'm thinking about it, I know I'm supposed to just pour all my vibration, all my energy into, I think, YouTube, because YouTube is where I want people to come find me or be able to find me, be able to get a hold of me, things like that. And also dispense the information that I'm sharing, information as in expert professional psychic company. Michelle, nothing freaky, nothing like earth gods and things like that, and goddesses, and nothing spiritual nuns, nothing like that. No spiritual stuff. Um, Although you guys, the teachings that I'm going to share. Okay, so I have materials that I have not studied myself, and I've have vetted it. Okay, so I know it's true metaphysics, but I refuse to indulge myself, and I'm going to hold out until memberships, and then the I'm going to invite people to come and participate in those bigger lives with that greater information that I'm going to be learning with you at the same time. We'll be learning it together, but with my background and my expertise and my keen eye of like what is considered spiritual and what is not. Good, yeah, we have good judgment, discernment, so we're going to use that to go through information. And these books are like volumes. They don't even call it a book. They call it a volume. And I have like, yeah, I have some, yeah, volumes. When I say volumes, I'm talking about like this thick. So plenty of material to share with you all. And of course, we can always go back into back to basics. It's time to learn about becoming centered. Manifest. Ooh, manifest everything that belongs to you. Ooh. That's something that naturally happens when I talk to people. Naturally, people manifest whatever it is their dream doing business. Right now, so that blows my mind. The males are like, I male, that means man, and he's, um, like he's Arabic, but he's making ties with with Vietnamese individuals, and they're doing business together. So I'm like, like I helped with that, you know, and they you know, okay. So I'm in a position where yes, if I say something is off or if something is not trust and believe, they will like they take those things into consideration. So I'm always saying, you know, universe, please get this right. Like, gosh, that's heavy. That's a lot of heaviness. So I have to be very responsible with my words. It's not a bragging situation; it's a reality because you know I'm not a counselor or a pastor or something like or anything like that. I'm a psychic, and so they're asking, so is this person a good person to talk to, even talk to, get to know. This person's trying to know me, but I keep not letting it happen. You know, should I, you know, like, would it benefit? Like, I always look, well, let's see if it will benefit you too. So I do psychic profiling for people, but I can also do it. I do it for the businesses and so forth. I also do secretly. I do medical intuitive work where I just kind of like tell a couple is trying to conceive and everything I told them, they went and told the doctor, and then they came back and said, "I don't know if I should be, if I'm allowed to tell you this, but I told, everything you told us, we told them." And then it was like, I promised, like, not even 2 weeks, they were in. We're dead, we're in. When they grew, oh, by the way, the baby's not since well been born, a baby daughter. Those is the adult son's not happy with that. But the dad's like, I don't care. They got their dream house, and but they forgot one thing. They forgot because I was like, I overread, by the way. So I said, you. He's like, yeah, yeah, we're trying to maintain this. We're scared, you know. But, I mean, we can do it, but it's tough. You know, we got our dream house. It's that house you see in your brain, but you don't get it. And you're like, ah, yeah, in heaven. But then what happens when for those who get there at that place, then they're like, they feel like cosmos, they're fighting the cosmos, titans from, you know, like tricking them out of their, you know, their vision. And they had forgotten that they were going to start you know, use an office within the home to start their own services, particularly from the wife. She's like, you could hear her voice. It's like, "Ah, yeah." I mean, they're just in a little bit of a like, okay, how do they get their breakthrough? And they just had forgot that little detail. I was like, remember, you know, it was like months ago. You know, they did. It was like before they like, or they couldn't have the baby. They were concerned they would ever could have a baby. Then they, to where she called and let me know, and then then they've had the baby, and everything is happening as is. It's just like so all this time that had passed, and they just like, oh, like, yeah, that little detail. Yeah, little detail. So that's what happens. That's why people call me back because I was like, I like, you forgot. I remember here. Remember when we said this. So anyway, so I'm working to get that where you all are, I guess, experiencing that as well. So good, good, good. Okay, so I think we're all caught up. We're all caught up. Okay, so I'm gonna go get busy. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing, and you all have a great morning. Have a great morning, and I'll see.